sun peeks over the horizon. Your excitement builds. The animals in the field start to stir. The forest comes alive with sounds. The sunlight glimmers off the lake, and the mountains start to shed their morning fog. So load up your favorite ammo, grab a few buddies, and head out to make some memories. And tell the rest of the world that you've gone hunting.
Hey guys, it's Big Sexy with Big Sexy Outdoors. If you guys want your bucks big and sexy like me, you guys gotta get yourself some of this product. Big Sexy by Domain. This stuff is rich in radish, material that will just grow your horns, keep your deer here, and make your hunting season fantastic. Get yourself some.
All right, there we are. So yep, we're back over here from Pops' side. We're doing the whole closing this thing out, and it's kind of a bummer that we're not going to get to watch. I mean, we could not technically watch it anytime we want, but we won't get to see the graphic novel book 2 intro anymore. Of course, that just means I start working on part 3. You know, got to keep it going. And let's see. Hey to everybody over on the Big Sexy side. How's it going? Keeping yourself busy? Wait till you see what we got in store for you over there. We got a lot of stuff coming. But yep, speaking of things coming, phrasing. We have well-funded, but here's what I'm going to do. I like doing things. So here's what we're going to do. If we get to 92, because 92 backers should beat my last record, because I had 91 then. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to embig in here, and in each book, I will put one of the, I know we were supposed to unlock the metal cards as a stretch goal, but I'll drop one at random in each book if we get up to the 92. So you might get this cover, or you might get this cover. Never know. Okay, so if we hit 92 people, 92 backers, we'll throw those in to all the physicals. So let's get physical. All right, let's put that back. There we go. Nah, I like this one better. You know what? No, I like this one. So yeah, you should be familiar with the book by now. And again, I put a link out there if anybody wants to come in, anybody wants to hang out. Link's up at the very top. Just click it, follow it, come on in. We'll BS for a while. Give us something to do until we close this out. But yeah, we're at 79. 79 is not that far away from the 92. We can easily hit that. I'm not worried about that at all. We still got what? How long? 100 minutes. That is weird. 100 minutes to go. It's been a long month. And then, believe it or not, right after this, we're going to be putting Gone Hunting. As soon as this one's done, We're going to submit Gone Hunting for review to Kickstarter because you can't do that while you're running a campaign. And we're going to get Gone Hunting launched so you can get signed up for that and get ready to go. It's coming. Did you see? For those that didn't see it yet, always, if you're, put this up here. If you're a writer or anything, always have, I got 1, 2, 3, 2 more notebooks up there. Always keep notebooks around just in case. So yeah, always recommend it. But this is Gone Hunting. This is the demo copy, but I mean, that's the box cover. So yeah, it was neat when we took this down to Cabela's. As soon as we started showing this off, like everybody started flocking around it, and they just wanted to get a look at it. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. I even set up the big camera for this one instead of just the webcam on the laptop. So yeah, we got the good camera going. I'm thinking about getting the good StreamYard so that we can stream in 1080 instead of just streaming in 720. So, of course, nobody wants to see this in 1080, but it would at least let you see the pictures better that we send up. So that would be good for you. All right. So well, okay. But yeah, so we already have now with each project, and let me just show you this one. With each project, yeah, this story behind this one again is the slasher came back to life. She came up out of the lake. She's been killing at the campground for a long time, and we actually go into her backstory in this book. And she's been killing for a while, but something happened where now she's no longer just stuck at the camp. Now she can go through the whole town. Axe to the face. Lots of blood. You'll find out why he has a lot of blood if you get book 1. If you don't have book 1, you can get it here too. It's still available yet. Lots of blood. All good times. I mean, not for them. And of course, for the big sexy outdoors people that are still here, Booper is in this one. So yeah, but I mean, we kill him. I mean, because you gotta. But yeah, he's there. So if somebody sees him and he didn't see this part, send it off to him. Hey, Dennis, how you been? I've been showing the Lycan card, and I've been showing all the other good stuff around as we've been doing this. Yeah. What did I just? There was another cover you put up. I should bring that up. You know what? Everybody knows about the Slaughterville book. You should know about it by now. Okay. Well, I'll do a quick run through this. Then I want to bring up, yeah, grinding is definite. Yeah. And then Pops puts an idea into my head about the Gone Hunting comic book, for God's sakes. So now I got to make that because, I mean, it was a good idea. Don't get me wrong. But now he's either spending our money or he's always bringing me good books or giving us more work. Which is, yeah, either way is good. Yeah, I want to put up, I'll do this one, then I'm going to jump onto yours. Cool. But yeah, this is what I wanted to show before we go. Each book, we're going to have the regular cover and we're going to have an alt cover. Now this one here is the Mark McKenna cover for this one. Next book is the Cannibal Rednecks, so I can't wait to see what they do with that. But we already have the original cover planned for the Cannibal Rednecks. That way do you see that? It's like a Last Supper kind of a thing, but with the Cannibal Rednecks. And this one is the Luke Stone variant. So for each book, the previous one, like this is the Beast Within. That's our first book. There's going to be a limited run. They call it Virgin Naked Blank cover, where there's not going to be any text on the front. So you get the full art, and we're going to do a limited run of those with each one. And we already have that one for the slasher being developed too by Rich. I know I ramble. You like if you're here enough times, you're gonna know. I'll ramble a lot, and I'll do tangents. Yeah, it's part of the fun, I guess. But yeah, Rich is doing a cover of for the slasher one where she's actually in the middle of fighting the werewolf because there's a slasher versus werewolf fight. In case you ever wondered how that would turn out. There's a couple of them in book 2, as a matter of fact. And yeah, so I can't wait to see how he does that, because he just finished up the Roaring, and my Dutch probably made that sound bad, but so that's good. Oh yeah, you can get the game if you want the game. This is the Slaughterville 2, which has a bunch of villains, some new characters, locations, includes the weather deck that people were asking about. And then this is the $120 is the director's cut. That's the giant box that's about this big, 15 pounds a game coming right to you. All the different villains remastered from the original. So you can get it all here. In fact, there's a pledge all the way down bottom that are, oh, there's 3 left. So you can get all of the Slaughterville, all the books, all the games. The director's cut, 2 and 3. And they include, of course, all the promos and all the other stuff. Which, speaking of promos, you know what? No. I said I was going to do something, and I'm going to do it. We'll show the promos in a bit. So I want to come here because there was a cover he just put out. There it is. Not that I don't like the other books that are on my list, but you can see I backed a few. Yeah, where was that one? Of course, I always like him. With them. Yeah, this cover is pretty cool. But I liked, believe it or not, this one. This one here was my favorite. That's the one. I'm gonna have to pick this one. Nothing against any of the others, you know. But when I saw this one, when I saw you put this one up, because I'd only seen the first cover, this one here before. And this one I liked. It's cool too, but this one here, I don't know why, but I just liked this one. Wish I had a larger screen to put that one up. And if you have any kind of intro video you want to send off, we'll play it. You know, we will gladly. Oh, see, that's why I didn't see him. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay. This one here. Hi, Jacob.
Hi.
He's the one we just had the birthday party for. It's why I couldn't come in on the Saturday streams that they were asking about. We had his birthday party up at the bowling alley. Yeah, I like this one too. There's nothing wrong with this one either. But I don't know why. When I saw this one, this is the one that drew me. It's like, I just like this one. So, yep, now we know the one I'll be picking. And again, I like his almost watercolor, pastel-y kind of colors for this. Yeah, I know. We'll talk about Slaughterville then. We will. It's fine. Thanks. We've been talking about it all the last month. I'm like, nice. That's some good blood and guts there. There we go. Oh, here's the thing. Somebody said, and I saw the thing was, you never see a cave painting of a salad. Think about that. You never see a cave painting of a salad. I liked the first one as the main because I get what this is. So I like that as the main, but that's definitely my favorite. So there we go. You know what? Do you have a couple minutes? I'll have to look into that one. I don't know that I know that one. Again, that's the thing with so many books being out is sometimes I miss a couple. But I'm doing it because I can. This is my thing. What the hell?
Oh, hello again.
I didn't hear you come in.
Thanks for coming on such short notice. Tighten, my good man. Tighten the chains. No, you're fine. You're not going to hurt me. This is for you, not for me. Yeah, tighter. Good. That's good. Before I get to why I've asked you here today, I'd like to share some good news with you since the last time I saw you. Last year, my Kickstarter for Lycan Solomon Saucy Chapter 1 was a big success. So thank you so much for your support in helping to make a dream come true. Right now, actually, I'm doing another Kickstarter for the second installment of the series, Like in Solomon's Odyssey Chapter 2. I have so many stories I want to share about Solomon, and this is the next installment. Like in Solomon's Odyssey Chapter 2 is a 72-page, fully illustrated graphic novel, and the first 60 pages of the book are all story. The last 12 are extras, which include the thank you page for this Kickstarter, as well as character sketches for all the major characters. Since Chapter 1, Solomon has fallen on some hard times. For those of you who have read the first book, you are well aware as to why. He must now deal with the internal consequences of his actions. Not to mention, he has to figure out how his affliction works, or it may imperil others. Now that Solomon is a part of a whole new world that he was once ignorant to, he will have to learn quickly, because lurking in the desert, there are all manners of horrors that he could not imagine. What is waiting for him? Who can he trust? What will become of Solomon? You'll have to read to find out. If you were kind enough to back this Kickstarter, there are a wide array of rewards waiting for you. Some of the rewards may seem familiar, such as the customized hockey jersey that's specific just to this Kickstarter. Other rewards are brand new, such as the fully narrated and voice-acted version of the book. Not to mention, anybody who backs the project physically will get access to all stretch goals as they are unlocked. I would love for this Kickstarter to be even bigger than the last one. So please, tell your family, tell your friends, and tell your local comic shops, because there are rewards just for them. Thank you in advance. Your support means the world to me, and I cannot say thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, my good man. You can go now. Yes, you did a good job. Go upstairs, get some cookies. Yep. Anyways. So now that we've come to the part where I talk about why I've asked you tonight, my good man who just left has tightened the chain, so you should be perfectly safe. It's all just a silly precaution, I'm sure. But what I need from you is I just need you to stay here with me all night and document anything strange that might happen. Get comfortable, because I have a feeling that it's going to be a very long night.
There we are. Yeah, you got plenty of time yet, too. Okay. Let's see. I heard Lee's funded yesterday. They got that taken care of. Yeah, we back a few of them here. We back a few. All right, let's get back to this one. Excellent. There we are. Close that, and we're good. All right. So yeah, like we said, we already went over the 75. So we're going to give away at the very end of this. We're going to give away a copy of the Gods of Metal. I'll just do a random drawing. We'll give the random number from whatever it is out of this, and then that person will get one. Yeah, again, that's the thing too. There's so many that it's sometimes hard to. When did I freeze? Okay. Yeah, I must have froze for a second. Let's do that. Yeah, it's hard to get them all sometimes. But, I talked to him yesterday and he seems to be doing okay. Let's see. So yeah, we'll give away the Gods of Metal later. And like I said, if we get to the 92, I'm going to drop one of these metal cards in each one. You can hear them. Mm-hmm. So there we go. And that's the different covers. You know what? I'm going to try to get those kind of cards for each campaign, because I like them. Let's see what else we have. So we did the Gone Hunting stuff. We did that one. What else did I get in the mail? I got Fiendish. I just got this one in. I have an entirely too large. I didn't read any of these yet. I have all these to go. I have to get through some of these. I do recommend this one too. If you want to start writing books, grab this one. But yeah, all these books I didn't get to read yet. Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter. Night Wrath. I didn't get to read that one yet. Oh, I did. The Graveyard Shift ones. Oh, do you? I know we're going on some other conventions soon too, and yeah, just hope to get to see people around. I did get Wraith of God. I did get that one. I have to get the second one. I didn't get a chance to read this one yet, but yeah, there's a whole stack here we got to go through. So yeah. All right. Let's see. So yeah, like I said, we have 83 minutes to go. Is that it? Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Let's keep that up here and run. There we go. So yeah, like I said, as soon as we're done with this one, we're going to launch the Gone Hunting. So we'll get you the preview link or the what do they call it, the sign up link as soon as we get it in. But yeah, we have after this one. You know what? I'm going to show you those. I know he said not to. I don't usually listen to people. Oh, I did forget to do that, didn't I? I did forget. There it is. There we go. These are the promo cards that I'm going to be sending along with it, aside from the metal ones. So everybody backing the physical copies are going to get a set of these. And they're all based on some of the indie creators we know. Of course, there's Rage of the Lycan. That's just the picture I like the best out of it that we saw. And you got Crom coming in, appearing in a cloud of smoke, naturally. And just like every other one of our promos, well, I don't say everyone, most of our promos, you're going to shuffle them into a random location, and then you just encounter them like you do every other card in the game. And sometimes you'll get good things, sometimes bad. It all depends on how well you do. This is from Bushi, Paul Gomez. Thank God I remembered his name because I'm terrible with names. I still call the wife just because I forget her name. Hi, dear. She's over there on the couch. Sasson, that's Lee's. Yeah, Lee's. And I still couldn't believe if let me get the full picture of that, because you need to see that picture in full to really appreciate it. Because it's when I saw that, when he said he was going to send me a picture to use as one of the promo cards, and I'll show you the other promos too, but because I think there's like 6 of them, but you need to see this one. And he took the Exorcist cover, or the Exorcist movie poster, and put him in. And if you don't know him, he's a superhero who fights with the power of extremely strong feet. So he uses ballet in order to fight. And just imagining this ballet-themed superhero going into the Exorcist house was pretty much sold it right there. I knew that was the one I was going to use. You know, I mean, that's not a phrase I ever expected to hear myself say. But there it is. And, of course, this is Lori with the disc. She said we could use that, and I grabbed Big James because, well, you need big, bad enemies in your game, and I thought, what better than him? And what's neat about him is when you shuffle him into whatever location, he's attacking you with 5 dice, but you can't escape. However, you can sacrifice an ally, so if you have one of your friends with you, you can kill one of your friends, and yeah, then James runs off. He doesn't die or anything. He just runs off into a different location. So you're just postponing your death for later by sacrificing one of your friends, because that's how people are. So there we go. Those were the promo cards that we have that we're going to be shipping out. And depending how long it takes them to come in, as soon as this campaign's over, we're going to be pretty much ready to go. The only thing we're waiting on is the last few pages of color work. We have the black and whites, but we don't have the final colors. And I've been stalling by talking because I've also been loading up those last couple of pages. There we go. People in the hospital. But yeah, we were showing this on the last one where the, again, these will be full color. Where the slashers dropping the axe on the werewolf. Yep. Sneaking up behind him. Bloody gashed werewolf. Hey, do you notice anything? You will. Guns, axes, teeth and claws, big explosions. I think Mike said once, if you've seen one explosion, you've seen them all. So that's why we kept it in the small panel. Yep. And then at the very end, you see Daddy Ray sitting on the porch at the farm. Here I did it again. Holding out an invitation to the family reunion. So there we go. And that's, again, Daddy Ray is the patriarch, the head of the Cannibal Rednecks. He's inviting you to the picnic. Yeah, wait until, I mean, I've already written most of the outline for it. And already in, gosh, I think the first 3 pages, they walk a guy.
Just a joke.
Oh. They walk.
I would appreciate.
Okay. They walk somebody into a field because they have a. Well, I don't want to tell you the whole thing about them. You'll see that. But they walk him into the field, and in there is a giant roasting spit. So they take this guy who's still alive, screaming, so on, and they skewer him onto this roasting spit and roast him alive. Yep. Good times. And that's what's coming up in book 3. So there we go. So I can't wait to get that one out to you. But we're gonna focus on this one. We should, by all rights, we should be able to have this out before Halloween is my goal. I know we set a ship date of what? Yeah, October. So we should be able to have this out to you by then, because as long as the colors are in, they're pretty quick to get this shipped back to us. And as soon as we get them in, we'll get them packed up and sent off to you. We're going to get all of those promo cards printed out, sent back to us, just like we did on the last one. In fact, I only have like 2 or 3 of those promo cards from the last set left. So they went pretty well. People seemed to want them. That was pretty cool. So that's why we did more. And yeah, we actually tripled the number of promo cards in this. And again, I know. Look, if you know me long enough, you know it says at the stretch goals we'd get the promo cards, but I decided to give them anyway. Same thing with this collectible metal cards is what we were going to do when we got to these goals, these ones here. But like I said, if we hit the 92 people, I'll drop one at random in your book. Not in your book, because I don't want to mess with the pages, but definitely in the Gemini. Yeah, sometimes it can. It again, as long as my plan is to have it out to print as soon as this is the funding is in 2 weeks. I'll have the print file ready and raring to go. And then usually takes them about a week or 2 to fully print, and then about a week to ship off to us. So then by the end of October, we should be able to send them. We should be able to send everything out. We'll start putting it all out to you. And let's see what else we got. And if you want the game, honestly, if you want the games too, I have. Now we have the director's cut in stock. That one just came in. Literally just came in. I got like 10 games in the house, which the wife loves a lot. She wants them out. So the more you help me out here, the better. But if you want a copy of Slaughterville 2, we got a bunch of copies of that left. Although it is dwindling down, thankfully. Yeah. But yeah, director's cut, giant box. Was it like 24 inches by 15 high, kind of a thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, but it's all here waiting for you. You just got to let me know you want it. But yeah, I like Mark's covers. I like the way he does it. And these, yeah, I said go crazy with the gore and the blood and the killing because I don't want them to hold back on anything. The same with the, it is. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I asked him about coming on, but he was just down in Virginia all day at a softball tournament, kind of a thing for his kid. And so I'm like, if you can, if not, no big deal. Not a problem at all. But yeah, it is definitely a big box. And that was the funniest thing because I swear to God, that is the most stated thing whenever I hear people like in the comments about it. I didn't think it was going to be this big, and that's the first time I've ever heard that. So, yeah, I thought for sure you'd have been crashed by now. I know you've been running around like crazy too. But I asked for the cover for the third book for the Cannibal Rednecks. My description may not do it justice because I know what he can do with art. In fact, let me show you what he can do. And again, you'll get used to the rambling. You get used to it. It's what we do. Slaughterville graphic novel. There we go. See, it's almost like I know what I'm doing here. I learned it by watching you, Pops. That's what I mean. You get me addicted to all this stuff. So here was the Succubus by Tank that he did for us, and then we had it colored. So this is going to be one of the future covers when we get to the Demon Raisers. So he actually did this one. He started doing this one live when we were at the SavannahCon. And then everything else that happened after that, then he redid and got us back to where we are. But he's doing the Cannibal Rednecks one. And I said to him that I wanted, like all the people sitting around the table, like, a standard family meal, and you're looking up the table at them. And so they're all holding hands like they're praying. Of course, they do pray, but not to who you expect. Unless you expect them to pray to a dark entity that has 10 anyway. And there's just a buffet of body parts on the table. I just can't wait to see what he does with it. And this is only 20% of the file size. You can really get in to see what they do with it. But yep, this will be a cover when we get to the Demon Raiser, which is again our tribute to Hellraiser. So it sent me two versions of it, RGB and of course the CMYK. Of course, we use the CMYK for print. Oh yeah, these were the old promos for the original book. We had John, and so Beth will always be with you in the game as long as you had this one. And there was the black and whites. I like to have. I have the McKenna physical, the 11 by 17s. Some people said, sell the original art. I'm like, I can't sell it. I can't sell that. I like them too much. I can't. I kind of wish I had this one in the original, but that's all right. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I actually got up today at 2 a.m., somewhere around there, and I made 12 jars of hot sauce, or 12 bottles of hot sauce. One regular, one buffalo, And then I'm going to make blackberry and a habanero one. So, yeah. I know the feeling. But we do not have much time here. 69 minutes to go. So there we go. 69 minutes to go yet. And then we're closing this one out. We're going to launch the other one. And again, to all the big sexy people that are chilling, we will send you that link to sign up for that campaign as soon as we get it in. Because we know you want gone hunting, and we want to get it to you. I know. That's the kind of thing. I mean, yeah, I know the feeling. And any spare minute, let's quick throw a campaign thing out, or let's quick get more promotion done, new shows written up, something. We're always doing something. I swear, if I could get paid to do this, that'd be ideal. So, okay. Let's see. Are we giving away? No, still at 79. We got to get up there. If we don't get up there, I can't give those metal cards away. Andrew will be really disappointed if we don't get those metal cards up. I'll have to hold them here and just show them to him. Maybe we'll get them off in the next. Maybe we'll get them out in the next one. But yeah, I mean this. Oh gosh. So again, we've talked a lot about the second book, the one you're seeing here, and it is a literal direct continuation of the first one. Yeah. But again, it's a fun thing. And I know you worked hard on that video, and but if it's something you enjoy doing, then it's well worth it in the end. So yeah, again, this book is a continuation of the first one. It picks up literally where the last panel ended, and it goes into the third. And now the third one pretty much picks up right where this one leaves off. There might be like an hour gap in between, but we started introducing a lot of the stuff that is unusual about the town. Like in the first one, I don't know that too many people noticed when they first drove into the town that the instant they crossed the border, cell signal dropped. So that cell phones don't work. You don't have internet. You don't have GPS doesn't exist. So it's really it's still modern time for them, but that stuff just doesn't work there. They chalk it up to, like, the citizens, which again is what I call all the backers, but the citizens of the town actually just chalk it up to, well, must just be bad signal, and we just never got it. And what brought that about, believe it or not, here's the freaky thing. What brought that about is they didn't actually have cable, like cable TV, in my town until a relatively short time ago. It just wasn't feasible to bring it out. So yeah, and again, so it was still using modern conveniences here. It's just some things didn't make it. So that's kind of how the town sees the fact that they still use a library, which features in book 2, that they still use maps, and they still use charts, topographicals, so to find things. So I mean, they just chalk it up to the fact that maybe we don't have it yet. It'll be here eventually. Little do they know. And then time itself, well, okay, I don't want to tell you. You'll find out. You'll find out what happened to time. But I think you're going to like this one. If you like, sure, there are some sections of it where, because you have to have there's an ebb and flow to storytelling where you have because you can't have it constantly ramped up to 10. You got to have your highs, your lows, your highs, your lows, and all of this. So there are some spots where where they're recovering. Well, I think I just went through puberty again. Where they're recovering is your chance to recover too. So sure, right away in the beginning, there's the big escape from the slasher. But then you get to a break point where you're recovering not only from that, but if you read the last book, you had that whole big fight right up to the end as well. And Hello. Yeah, remind me at a time because I'm going to probably forget a lot of stuff. Because I get to BSing and I will miss time. All right. But then, not to give too much of it away, but there are a lot of sections where it's that tension ramp up and then the break point. In fact, let me just grab what I have here. Because again, I'm the kind of guy that if I could, honest to God, I swear to you, if I had the money to just hand this book out to everybody, I would. Because I just want people to read it. Yeah. Share the screen again. Add to it. Yeah, that's a good size there. But yeah, this would be what they would call the naked cover or the virgin cover of it, where you'll see everything. But in the real one, of course, we have the slasher down here, text. We have the logos and everything around. But yeah, it picks up right where we left off. And there is an 18-page preview if you want to check it out quick. So these first 18 pages are not going to be any shock to you. But there, again, this is the downtime part that we were looking at. And I'm looking to maybe drop some of the text a little bit to make it less wordy. But really, I did try to cut it out as much as I could, only because talking head parts can get kind of dull. But you got to get some exposition in. But here's where the part where poor Booper dies. That's Booper, my cousin. He's actually my cousin, with Big Sexy Outdoors and all. Ben, Booper, and a bunch of other people. Yep, I had him get his head cut off. No reason. Nothing against them or anything. We just did. And I liked when the artist came to me and they said, hey, how about when she's on screen? I say screen. When she's on panel in the book, we let people know because everything is black then. So then they sent me panels without and then with, and I'm like, yeah, that does look a lot better. When it shows her in the scenes. And then there we go. Kills the poor hunters. All they were doing was going to go out hunting. And here's this guy. Again, she will have, there's that one. We bring in the different locations from the book or from the game. And what I like to do is I like to take the locations, the villains, and what have you from the game, and I'll overturn a few cards, and I'll try to make a story. I'll try to incorporate that into the game, into the book, because this way it ties them together. It ties the story of the game into the books as well. So here, she was standing there near the edge, gets into shadows, and she felt that somebody was at her cabins, because that's really where she's drawn to. Her first desire is to kill people at the cabins. So if you notice earlier, the mayor opened up the Camp Slaughterville. We should get those shirts made. Anybody want them shirts? Camp Slaughterville shirts? I literally just thought of that right now. If you want a Camp Slaughterville shirt, let me know. Camp Counselor, Camp Slaughterville. And then, so she's drawn back here, and she tries to get in, but she can't. See here, what the mayor did was he sent them back there to draw her in, but then he put a barrier up, and we explained it a bit, but he put a barrier up, not the mayor, but the cult put the barrier up to keep her out. So she's going to try to get in here to kill these people by trying to break through this barrier. And what it does is it prevents her from killing in town. So it's a stopgap measure to try to save the people in the town that they can. So, maybe the skull-loving cultists aren't all bad. I mean, they're pretty bad. But you know, as mentioned by the bloody altar here. But that's a little bit of the inside on it. And then here's where this, what we call the citizens, that's the group that's fighting against the cult. You know, the citizens, the people here. And checking out. I don't know. I like the fourth wall break of that thing. But yeah, they're talking about what happened at the cabins. They're talking about everything that's going on. Here's where they get into the library. Meet the librarian for the first time. And they're going back through the old, again, I'm going to go back through. I'm going to see where we can condense or improve some of the dialogue. But yeah, this one you might notice from the intro video. So that's her again trying to slash through that barrier. She keeps going and going, but now you notice some of the slashes stay. So she's actually weakening the barrier. There we go. Again, I don't want to give too much away, but here's that they actually make it into the town hall. And there's the slasher opening up a cabin at the campground where the kids are sleeping. What happens after that? Well, oh, I thought about the hoodie part. Yeah. Believe me, I'm a hoodie person. I know I don't have one on now, but I like the buttons. But yeah, I definitely thought about the while I was pondering it here, the Camp Slaughterville hoodie. I can actually put that up on the Laughing Rogue store because we do have that site up and ready. We do have bada boom, brain freeze. Yep. Yeah, the site's up and ready. You'll see the secure lock and everything. So we have the store up here where you can get the games, you can get the books, digital or physical. And of course, you know, we talk about the comics. We talk about all the different games we have. Of course, the upcoming one, Gone Hunting. Your videos, you got your pictures, everything you need, how to play and all that. But what was neat is I found a plugin that allowed me to host all the videos from from our YouTube channel. So they're all there too. So if you want to check it out, laughingrogue.com. You know what? I'll just put it here for the giggles of it. All right. So there you go. Do you have any questions for me before we move on to something else? Again, 56 minutes now. Still at 79. I guess nobody wants metal cards. You're going to make Andrew cry. I don't know how you can do that to him. So yeah, I did send the link out to, like I said, I did send it out to Ben, to Big Sexy, but he was pretty out of it too from all the running around he has to do. But hey, if you want to come in, talk and do stuff, come on in. Yeah, he wasn't even on the last hour. Okay. Again, if you want to come in, very top, you see the pinned comment if you're on the Laughing Rogue one. If not, I think it's the top comment in the chat thing. So if you want to come in, click on that, and we'll add you to the stream. It's no big deal. Doesn't take long. All right. Also, I know I mentioned it over on Pop's thing, but there's a couple of things that we, as far as the future stuff is coming, just so you know we're not resting on the old laurels here. We do have, not only, of course, we have the comics and everything that we're going to keep going with. We also have the comic for Murphy's Law, which is a dark romantic comedy. So that's in the works to come out. We have, let's see, we have Scene of the Crime. I don't know if you ever heard of that one, but Scene of the Crime is my detective game. It's a noir game where you are actually going through and investigating each. Let me just bring up part of it. And again, it's still kind of early, but it's one I've been working on for a while. But it's a story-based game where you are actually trying to find hide current comment. There we go. Where you're trying to find the solution to whatever crime it is that you choose by going around and investigating it. And you shuffle the evidence, the suspects into random locations, and depending on where you find them or where you find the evidence will tell you whether or not it has an impact on the story. So if you find a pistol at the warehouse, it may mean one thing versus if you find the pistol in the 12th Avenue apartments. It all depends where you find it, who the victim is, and what crime you're trying to. What did he? Oh, Big Sexy just sent me something. He's been that's what he's been doing too. He's been printing shirts for. Yeah, I think you'll like that one. It's a narrative story. You can play it by yourself. All my games are either going to be at least one player, up to many. Yep, we're going to give the game away tonight, right after we close out, so we can get the accurate number of backers. But we're going to definitely be giving away the Gods of Metal one. Yep. So yeah, this one is going to be. It's been a long process for it, but because the narrative is so varied, that's the one that's taking longest. But I mean, we have tons and tons of different games coming out. We're also working on, for those that like Slaughterville stuff, we're doing a Slaughterville 2D20 RPG. So that's one we're working on. So I liked the 2D20 system from Modifius, and they started licensing out their system. So I mean, it just seems like an easy, natural fit because I worked with it before to create other RPGs that were not official or anything, but that. We also have a legacy version of Slaughterville coming where you're going to rip up cards, tear up locations, all kinds of good stuff. And I was saying before, I sent a message out to Mike Judge about asking him what would it take for us to get to do a Beavis and Butthead board game. Because, well, I like them. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. You can't explain it. Why you like Beavis and Butthead. It's just they're an icon of cultural significance. So yeah, am I on with Pop? No. On by myself. So yeah. Oh, there's Pops. Hey, how's it going?
I was knocking and you weren't letting me in.
Look, I get to rambling and I get to rambling sometimes.
I just wanted to come out and hang out with you for a few minutes and talk about gone hunting.
Yeah.
Okay, because you guys get ready to launch that. And see, I figured if I come out, then Big Sexy be all guilty and his ass come out too. So,
he was asking if you were on with me.
I know you're watching. Man, I've been out here all day. I got a little taste of what it's going to be like to run a network.
Yeah.
Wednesday's the same way. What's up, Dennis? How you doing? Wednesday's the same way, man. It's like we got like 4 shows on Wednesday. So I'm getting a taste of what this is going to be like. And a couple of them are back to back. So I'm figuring out, the matching one to the next one. I'm not going to be playing. I'm not going to expect all these other people to be playing all these guys' ads, though. I got to make sure everybody understands that.
Yep.
Once we start doing this as a network, I'm going to give each person an ad to play at the beginning of their show and an ad to play at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to expect of them. And they're probably going to be paid sponsor ads.
Yeah.
Okay, so once this thing gets rolling, there probably won't be a lot of room for freebies. We might do like put together a 15-minute show that just one trailer after another or something like that to play during blind spots, so that we still get all you guys out there. But it's not going to be every show like it has been, unless you're a paying sponsor. You know,
Yep.
It's time to build this right. Quit messing around, Chris. You know what I'm talking about. We got big plans. Big plans, man.
Speaking of big plans, can I ask you a favor?
Oh, sure you can.
I know you want to head to bed. Can you cover for about 3 minutes while I run to the restroom?
Yeah, man, I got you.
All right, cool. Let me make.
I'm shit. I got the keys over here too. Look at this. I can play. I can do stuff. I'm gonna bring it up since I can. There you go. Oh, I can't. He's got to bring it up. Dang it. Oh well, I was gonna show his campaign, but we just hit 80 backers. Thank you very much. Whoever just dinged on that. Somebody's gonna win a Gods of Metal game tonight. You guys, I don't know if you're familiar with this game right here, but this is for us metalheads. Okay, Gods of Metal. You can create a rock band, be part of a rock band, manage a rock band, go on tour with a rock band. Hey, if you're a girl, you might even be able to groupie up with a rock band. I don't know. But somebody's getting one of these tonight. Okay, one of the physical backers of Slaughterville will be getting this game tonight for free with their campaign package. And I don't know if you guys can see this gigantic thing behind me, but that's the Slaughterville Director's Cut. This is the, just so you can get it in perspective, this is the regular Slaughterville game, and that's the Director's Cut. Okay, so it's a gigantic game. Chris does it right. You know, I'm looking forward to what he does with geez, what did he do? Leave the studio completely? We got to teach him. He can just go in the backstage. You don't have to leave. Okay. He's back. Yeah.
Hey, boss. Yeah, I was listening to you. I was like, I don't have you as an admin yet? What the hell? What the
I went to share my screen and nothing.
That is weird. I must have just been one of those. We have 100 billion other things going on that I just forgot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I ain't tripping.
I might be, but that's a whole different story.
Not yet. Okay, not yet. I got to get up at 5:30 with the munchkins.
Yeah, you better go crash.
Well, come on. I mean, it's 8:30. It's not like I'm gonna. I sleep 5 hours total tops ever, and that's usually broken sleep. You know, and that's every night, dude. I hear everything. We got dogs, kids. You know, dog goes down the stairs. I hear it. Dog goes up the stairs. I hear it. You know, what was that?
Oh, my kid takes an allergy medicine at night, right?
Oh, that's right. Your alarm.
I set up Bon Jovi's Bad Medicine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, I mean we got up to, we're at 80 now.
Yes. Picked one up while you were in the potty. See how that works? All you got to do is leave and they'll buy it, dude. Just go away.
I told you.
And I segued from that right into, hey, that person has a chance to win Gods of Metal. See, and I put a game up and showed everybody, you know, we do what we do what we can. We do what we do. You know.
I was saying the same kind of thing to Big Sexy, right? Like, he is the hype man. Like, I can't do the hype stuff. Like, I can do the back end, the all of that kind of thing. But when it comes to the hype, that's not my area.
What's with the rabbit, man?
She wanted a big fat stinky bunny face, so I normally hunt these and eat them.
That's what I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, just a whole bunch of bad things. I love bunnies, but a whole bunch of bad things when you think about bunnies.
That's why we only got the one.
That's why we have a gone hunting family-friendly game. So you don't kill the little girl's bunnies. You see what I'm saying?
She gets so mad whenever the bunny comes up in the game. No, don't kill it. Don't kill it.
Don't kill the bunny. See, bunnies, man. Bunnies. Look, what's the rabbit's name, Chris?
Oreo, because it's black and white.
Oreo. All right. That's
Yeah,
kind of
so
racist, but okay.
Yep. Yeah, she said we can't kill Oreo.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to kill Oreo. Oreo looked like he was having way too much fun hanging out. So I'm
he's
about,
a mellow.
Now the bad animals that are out there doing bad things, kill them all.
I'm trying, boss. I'm trying.
Oh man, I was
Ben
talking about
just said-
street animals, but
I know we probably won't be able to see it, but Ben sent me this just now. We just got this picture. Black bear again.
Another
up at the
bear?
train. Yep.
Another bear.
Another bear, baby.
Is that in the same place?
Yep.
Oh, you guys gonna have to go out and trap that dude or something.
We're gonna get him.
Trap him
But
and
again-
relocate him before he gets one of you.
I swear to God, this happened last year. I was out at one of our hunting spots, and all I had was bird shot, 2 3/4 12 gauge shells. That's not going to do shit to a bear, right?
No, make him mad.
A 400-pounder comes charging through, knocking down trees. I mean, they're dead trees, but it's still boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And I just had to hide because there was nothing I could have done to this thing. It was ginormous. It was neat. Don't get me wrong, seeing it, but I also probably crapped myself. But
Probably you're not going to disclose, right?
no, like, I'm 6 foot, almost 300 myself, but that's a different kind of 300 pounds.
Yeah, especially on the move.
Yeah, there's no mercy. But it was cool. Yeah.
Everybody duck. Yeah, I'd have done the same thing.
Hey, I don't got to be fast, just faster than the guy next to me.
in that case, everybody's in trouble because my old ass can move.
You're the safest one out of all of us.
It's funny because Gabe was down here a little while ago. I can run faster than you, Grandpa. Oh God, boy, I can remember when his dad said that to me when his dad was that little. Yeah, someday you'll be faster than me, but not yet. Not yet, Junior. Not yet.
That's the nice thing about Gone Hunting is we wanted it to be, and there are other hunting games, as I mentioned before, out there, but there's nothing that lets you feel like you're actually going out stalking animals, going through the woods, finding new things, and buying gear and actually doing the hunting. Because yeah, you're rolling dice, sure, you do that in a lot of games, but this one is, do you have enough range? Can you aim it? Can you call it in? We have calls, decoys, and now with Covert Ops, we have a cover scent company that wants us to put their stuff in the game. So it's like a sponsor kind of a thing. So that's pretty cool.
You see,
Yeah. It's all growing.
It's all networking, man. And at the end of the day, it's everything that we've done is because we keep meeting more and more people that can take us to another level.
Mm-hmm.
Like I met you, Jeremy. Monty is like it's like ding, 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 ding. We just keep, and yeah, our plans all sound big and grandiose and everything, but they're really not that. Look, getting in an RV and going and picking up some people and going to a con ain't that big of a deal. Okay, it's not like somebody couldn't have done this a long time ago. It's not super freaking expensive if you already have the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
If you already have connections to people at the cons and an RV to get you around and just enough gas money to get everybody there. We're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take a lot. It just takes planning, and that's what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to give ourselves plenty of time to put this thing together, and the whole time it's all about sponsors like you, and like somebody sponsoring you wants to do something sponsorship wise in your game, and it's like that's how we all grow, is by networking together and helping each other out.
Mm-hmm.
You had a huge impact on where the madness has gone the last 3 months. You know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look, if that dude had walked in my house 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, whatever, and I hadn't done Savannah and all that stuff, I wouldn't have had a lot to show him except the YouTube channel. I showed him what could be, what we could do. We had some money, right? This is where this could go. And that's what got his attention, that I was thinking ahead, that I had plans. I just didn't have a means. And dude was like, I got means. And that changed the whole game. But that happened because you know, Thomas, you guys that jumped on as sponsors back when I was like, I'm about to tuck this in, you know, and you guys jumped in, and then here we are 10 times in a better position than we were 3 months ago, you know. So yeah, networking with people and treating each other right and with respect and wanting each other to succeed, that shit goes a long ways. It really does. You know,
I'll never forget. I graduated high school in 93, but I graduated college in 99 with 2 degrees, marketing management and computer science. I'm a computer programmer by heart, because I know you said you were into the programming too, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And for a minute, then it became something else. And it was like, oh shit, I just learned all that for nothing. Yeah.
Well, one of my first clients right after graduation was, and I won't give his name because I haven't seen him in decades, but it was a guy who owned a comic book company. And I'd never heard of this, but he was one of the first people doing PDF only online comics. So he was, and I wrote the back end, the store in database code VB.net, and I mean not .net, but Visual Basic, all of this code for him to allow him to sell the comic books online. I mean, I've been doing this since way back, and it's just now I've finally been able to get out, and well, I'm into writing and everything. So
you hear that? He was helping people sell comics online before there was a Kickstarter and an Indiegogo and all that other shit.
I am just a crap version of a marketer. I took marketing and management so I can do the campaigns.
Chris, you're the same thing. You got everything you need except the money to really make it happen. Everything you need except the money to really make it happen, like to do a full bore marketing scheme with billboards on highways and shit. Do you remember No Fear?
Yeah.
You saw those brush strokes for 6 months before ever a hat was sold. You saw it on billboards. You saw it on commercials. You saw it everywhere. And then when they finally said, this is what it is, it's t-shirt, it's a freaking logo, it's t-shirts and hats. That's all it was, right? But the marketing for it was ridiculous. And dude sold a lot of shirts and a lot of hats. What do you think that kind of a marketing campaign costs?
That had to be a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have the money to really market, you've got everything else you need. It's really about money at the end of the day for most of us. Do we have the money to do what we need to do? Can we afford to do what we really need to do to get out there and get seen in at the level that really matters? You know, Eric July did it on YouTube, on social media. Can you imagine if he had billboards for his comic in every city, on every major highway in every city? Do you see what I'm saying? There's there's so many different ways to market, and it's just a visual. It puts something in somebody's face. You know, not everybody's on social media. Not everybody's on YouTube. You know, I don't know if No Fear would have been near as successful if social media was all it had to promote with at that time, or even now today, if somebody did a campaign like that. I don't know if it'd be near as successful as it was then, because they were everywhere. You saw that stupid brushstroke shit everywhere, you know, and then they were adding little cute sayings to it afterwards, you know. I even saw one that was like some fear, because if you're not trying as hard as you can, you're not really feeling it or something. It's like
Yeah.
you got to be going full bore and actually feeling the fear of oh, I'm going into turn 4 hot and I can come off the wall. It's like, if you ain't going balls out, you don't know. And if you're going balls out, you know fear.
Mm-hmm. I told you about the book I wrote, right?
Which one?
Oh, that one.
No, I don't think you have told me about this.
Really?
What the fuck is this? All right, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. Some of these people are way deeper than we know, and we don't find out till we've known them for a while. What is this?
Back in 05, I had a motorcycle that I wrecked, and after wrecking the motorcycle, I was laid up for a while, and I had this story in my head about survival. What it is these two guys are security guards, and they're trapped in this building where in the basement, the owners of the building are trying to unleash demons, because these demons are giving the owners everlasting life. So these two are trapped in there trying to get out. And yeah, I wrote this one back in 05, had it published in here, and yeah, it was fun.
Nice. Okay, I'm putting something in the private chat that you can go ahead and copy and paste into the chat, if you would, please. Because I don't have my YouTube channel open right now. Or your YouTube channel open, I mean.
Yeah. I know I posted it up top, but let's get that refreshed.
Yeah, no, but let's get it down in here where people can see it. That is the link for what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Slaughterville.
We gotta get, I mean, it's already funded, which we're happy about. Don't get us wrong. We are. But we want to see 92. We're at 80. We want to see 92.
I'd really like to see him beat his old record for sure.
Not only that, but I got 4 deck boxes of these metal cards.
Did you do an update email or an update like right now saying you got like 30 minutes left for everybody on your email list? Just do it. Do an update right now. There's 30 minutes left in this campaign. If you forgot, if you wanted to get in on this and you forgot, come get some.
Okay.
That's simple. Just there's 30 minutes left, because obviously you have a mailing email list that most of these people, or not most, but some probably didn't back it yet.
Oh yeah.
They need, always got to get that reminder in there, bro. Hey, there's 30 minutes left. 30, count them, 30.
And it is freaky.
And take a minute, little remembrance to 9/11, to all the people on the plane, people on the planes, people in the buildings, all that. Okay, everybody affected by that, their families, everything.
Yeah, I actually had a friend of mine who was in the Air Force then, and they were in fighter jets right behind the planes, and they were told just hang back because they didn't know what was going on at the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could have been worse if those planes hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
In New York City, came down and took out 3, 4, 5 actual like buildings, apartment buildings and stuff. It's like that would have been devastating, and that would have been the kind of fires that would have been hard to put out. Blocks long fires in New York City. That could have been really, really ugly. The fact they hit those 2 buildings kind of contained it in one place. Yeah.
And unfortunately, I mean, he was, he took that pretty hard because, like I said, he was pretty much right there for it, and it was rough for him, And
Rich just came up out the subway that day when
really?
Rich will tell you the story. He was there. I talked to when I was on a train going cross country once, and I was by myself, and these people in the dining car like, Pops, come on over here and sit with us. Obviously my name wasn't Pops then, but hey, come over and sit with us. Nobody should be eating alone, like that. And they were really cool family and shit. It turned out to be the assistant DA in New York City.
Oh wow.
And he was telling me about coming in on a cruise boat into the harbor and not being let off the boat. And he's like, I'm the assistant DA. I need to be in town. I need to be there. No, nobody getting off the boat. Nobody.
Wow.
So he was just like stuck on a boat for 12, 14 hours after it happened before they sorted everything out and started letting people move around again. He was like, he's like, I was devastated. There was nothing I could do, completely helpless. And, the center of my city was burning.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so trippy stuff, man. A lot of weird stuff happens, but you meet people that experience some really trippy shit in life.
Yeah.
Now the funniest part about that story, and the guy doesn't know it, but I was a fugitive at the time.
Lord.
I was a fugitive at the time, and I was sitting there having dinner with the assistant DA in New York City. Needless to say, I wasn't giving him my ID or anything, but he was a really, really nice guy, and he was really nice to this long-haired dude on the train. So, I mean, if you ever see this dude, we appreciate your welcoming attitude to a fellow traveler. Yeah, I rode the train all over the country when I was on the run. Matter of fact, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania was one of the places I got off a train and got on a train at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got friends in Shermansdale, or had friends in Shermansdale at the time. So yeah, I spent the summer in Shermansdale, Pennsylvania, out on a piece of land in the boonies, like 8 acres, and just hung out for the summer. It was fun. I like your state; it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the anyway.
I'm talking about out in the country,
Oh yeah,
out where the real people live,
Yeah.
Real nice. They had a piece. Their land had a like little creek, little river that ran through the back end of it, and then there was a mountain on the other side of it that just went straight up, right? Like the kind of thing that you would like almost need equipment to climb.
Yep.
But right at the back of their property was this creek that goes by, and in the morning a pair of eagles would fly by, and in the evening they'd fly back by, like they were they would hunt that creek, pull fish up out of it and stuff. And sometimes they would just stop on a post right there on the back of their property, and you could just like be sitting there on the bench, and they're like 25 feet away, man. They're fucking huge, right? I mean, these are big ass birds. These are bald eagles. These aren't robins and shit. These are really, really big birds, man. And they sit right there, like 25 feet away, just like looking at you and shit, and then they fly away.
Yeah, people don't realize they're around here, but they're big here. I've seen more than a couple.
Dude, they're huge birds, man.
Yeah.
Can't hunt them though. No hunting eagles, yo.
Nope.
Unless they're Philadelphia Eagles, then
yeah, then you can yeah. They weren't ever good for nothing.
Oh shit!
You can't even have a bald eagle feather. That's against federal law.
Yeah.
Which is freaky because you just found it on the ground.
They do fall out of the bird, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, don't touch that. You go to jail. What?
Yeah.
It's fucking goddamn
in the land of the free.
Oh man!
So,
if I wanted any, I'd want to have a claw, eagle claw,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that would be cool.
On the end of a staff, poof. Yeah, holding a great big quartz crystal or something. Yeah. Go to jail.
Yeah, that one might be worth it.
Mark McKenna art, you guys check it out. That's the Mark McKenna cover.
Did Deadpool, Justice League, all kinds of stuff, and he did one for us. Oh, well, 2 actually. This one and the other cover. Only going to get this one here. You don't get it next campaign. Once we get these in, we're ordering what we need again. Yeah, plus a couple extras just in case some get damaged, because that can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Unless especially if they send it. How was that sent to you in just a?
This one.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
There was tissue paper. There was some tissue paper too.
No. Always use Gemini mailer.
Yeah, always use it. And look. Somebody asked me about that if it was damaged, and it was damaged a little bit in the corner.
Yeah.
And they're like, are you going to get a replacement? I'm like, if that's how they mail it, what are the chances that I'm going to get one any better condition than the first one? I'm not going to put dude out for more postage and send me another fucked up comic. Get it right, bro. I'm just saying, get it right. Give the people what they want. You add, it's like what 78 cents or something for Gemini. You buy, a quantity of them, and if you have to pass that on to the consumer, if you have to pass that dollar on to the consumer, then you do that and ship them something in a freaking package that will protect your books.
Yep.
Because not everybody nice as me.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are going to be going, hey, yo, you got to replace this.
Until it's perfect.
And that's going to cost you money, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to do it right the first time. I know all you heard this shit when you were in grade school over and over and over again. It's better to do it right the first time. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I know I have a couple hundred Geminis up there in the warehouse waiting, ready to go, just to pack them up and send them off to you. And it's only going to take... you know what? Here's something I wanted to ask you about, boss.
What's that?
I know we tell everybody have this retailer pledge, but I'm not the hype guy. So maybe you can tell me how to do this better.
Well, this is one of the things. One of the spoke of the wheel that's missing in the indie world is the retailer. Yeah. And this is why we make it. This is why we put this out there and offer it to them. Now, how many retailers are looking at Kickstarter?
Exactly.
Okay, not very many.
Yeah.
There's a few now. It's starting, but not very many, right? But we have to let them know they're there. Okay, there are a ton of retailers. There's a good percentage of them that actually look at indie books and stock indie books. But how do you know who they are? Right? It's like there's not a list of these are the ones that will work with you. There's no list like that, right?
That would be nice. We should get RJ on that.
Well, no, it's not RJ that's working on that.
I just was trying to throw something onto RJ.
It's actually somebody else, Sam Quinton.
Oh, really?
5 comic shops a day. Cold calls, 5 comic shops a day, each business day. So 25 shops a month. He goes down the list and checks them off. And can I send you a PDF of my books? It's like you can check them out and see if if the people coming through the door of your shop might be interested. And if you are, I'll work with you. And Sam sells books to retailers because he puts in the work. It's not a hype guy thing. That's a cold call thing. That's a call. You got to get, first off, you got to get past the sales guy at the desk and get to the guy who actually buys books. Okay. Then you got to send him the PDF and talk him into reading it, or have the people that run the desk read these books until let him know if people that come through the doors would buy these.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So are your employees at your retailer store, are they just there for a paycheck, or do they really pay attention to what the fans are buying and give you input on what you should buy as a store owner? Okay. First, hire people that give a shit. Okay, because those people are going to serve you better, and they're going to make sure that you got books on your shelf that people buy. Okay, so look, we know a few retailers. Johnny Reed, Max DeVille's partner. Okay, he's got a store. We got a few people that we're starting to get a network with and bringing them in, but at the same time, one guy's not going to buy a retail set from everybody or whatever. You know what I mean? We need to make sure that the retailers understand that you guys are willing to go cost effective with them to put books on the shelves. Okay. And you can do that with or without Kickstarter or Indiegogo or anybody else. Like Sam does. He calls them up. Hey, yo, can I send you 20 books? I'll send you the PDF. If you like it, I'll send you 10 books. I don't care. 5. If they go off the shelf, you can get some more.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You make them available at a price that they can make their dime, and they'll put them on their shelves. If they go off the shelf, they'll call you for more. It's pretty simple, but you got to actually be willing to put in the work. How many people are willing to call all these shops, to dedicate, an hour a day to calling 5 comic book shops and selling your stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's work. It's not hype. It's, what we do is talk to the social media people. That's not the same thing at all.
Yeah.
That's individual buyers. Okay. Um, Somebody owns a comic shop probably ain't got time to be out here watching this shit in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're busy people. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have time to Kickstarter and Indiegogo and YouTube and Facebook and all the places where we're operating. They might have a Facebook page for their shop, right?
Right.
Right. And that's it. And that's the amount of social media that they got time for. They run a goddamn store.
I know.
It's all work.
I know I took the book and my games up to our local store and said, hey, check these out. If these are something you'd be interested in. We've been in business for over almost 10 years now. We've been doing Kickstarter stuff for that long. But they weren't a taker.
Yeah. So, not everybody's going to be.
Have that. I mean. Yeah. I thought for sure being local, they would have.
So many of the comic book stores have turned into game stores. Okay. Yeah. Indie books are a tougher sell. They are.
Yep.
Calling every shop in the state. But what about those big ones like Mile High and all the big ones that do all this internet volume of sales? Are you calling them and saying, hey, look at my book? There's a lot of stores that are doing huge internet sales, retail stores that are doing huge internet sales. They're the first ones you want to talk to. Then you have stores like The Collective down in Florida. Okay. Danny Morales started working there and talked the boss into letting him build a indie initiative, a wall of indie comic books. The whole wall is nothing but indies. And Danny's the guy who looks at Kickstarter and points the boss in the right direction. Check out this book, check out that book. And people from Madness all hit Danny up. Hey, man, look at my book, and that's what it's about. We got a distributor on the West Coast, Adam Watson. What he does is put books on spinner racks in dispensaries and shit all up and down the West Coast, right? He's one of our guys, okay? But he don't deal in this buy 10 books thing. He needs you to send him enough books to stock 20 or 30 spinner racks, okay? So he buys books in a little bit bigger volume. So you got to be a little bit, more on printing a lot of book scale to be messing with distributors, right? You got to be able to have what they ask for. So with Adam, it's a little different. He waits to see that you're like really doing the thing and printing out a lot of books. And then he'll say, send me 300 or whatever, and in business you go. But it's all networking. It's all this whole thing that I'm trying to bring to bring everybody to the madness. So y'all all can find each other, and like you say, it's like hype guy. It's really not hype. It's work. It's you're not going to go out and hype your way into major sales unless you're at a fucking dinner party with a lot of money people. Then you might hype your way into a major thing, right? But you got to be around money people for that to happen. That's why I play golf, guys. That's why I play golf. Lots of money on the golf course. Lots of money on the golf course. Shit, it costs a lot of money to just play the goddamn game. You see what I'm saying? 24. Yeah. Oh, the graphic novels. But see, a lot of stores are all big on that now too. Our store, our local store, buymetoys.com, you can get comics, you can get graphic novels, Funkos, all that, action figures. I mean, all of it. I think games is the only thing you don't see in that store. But hey, it's like you said, you got to make the calls. You got to call everybody.
Yep.
And that, like I said, that's not hype. That's business. That's calling them up and saying, look, this is what I got. I'd like to email you a copy of this PDF. Let me know what you think. Not even let me know what you think. Let me know if the people that come through your door would be interested in any of these titles. Well, you know, maybe some of these people got 3, 4, 5 titles, right? In any of these titles, if there's anything here that these guys would be interested in, please hit me up. You know, yeah. And see, that's the whole thing. You got to work a price point with them. A lot of people a lot of indie creators aren't willing to sell their books for a small price point of profit. A lot of them aren't. No, I don't want to make money. No, you want to get books in people's hands. That's really what you're trying to do. Okay. Book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5. There ain't going to be none of those if you don't have a whole bunch of book 1s out there. Be willing to sell them cheap, not take a loss. But once you've done your campaign and you printed up a bunch of books, if you got somebody like Danny that'll take 20 books and you're only making $1 a book, do it.
Yep.
Do it. Because if he sells those 20 books, that's 20 people going to be looking to you for book 2. And Danny's going to be calling you up when book 2 comes out. And it's not going to be a question of whether or not he gets some. It's going to be, again, the price point. Because for a retailer, they got to be able to make their money. They have to. You know, graphic novels, $15-$20 in the retail all the time. $15-$20, crazy. But
I don't think I met this person.
Danny Morales?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, he's in the madness. You're gonna find him. He's just a big college football fan. You won't see him much. One of them, I don't know, one of them Florida schools he's all crazy about, CFS or something. I don't know which one it is. But yeah, you know, it's if you're trying to get books in people's hands, how much money you make shouldn't matter. If you're trying to make money, then how much you charge for a book matters. That's the bottom line right there. If you're trying to get books in hand, because the more people that have your book in the hand, the more chance they're going to tell somebody else about it. The more chance somebody else might buy your book too, or at least be interested enough to look at it. This is the whole thing. It's all about passing it from one set of hands, one set of eyes to the next. If you can get your books in a store, don't worry about how much money you're making. Worry about whether or not they go off the shelf, because if they do, they're calling you back for more. Okay, that's the point. That's where it's really at. You want to get big. You want people to know who you are. You want your books to sell. Give them away in the beginning, not give them away, but you know what I'm saying. Make enough to keep printing more, but don't look at these retailers like they're your big profit. They're your big market. They're not your big profit though. Not yet. Later. When everybody wants reprints of number 1 because you ain't got no more and they're demanding them, that's when you get to charge more money because they're demanding them. Do you see what I'm saying? That's when you get to go, oh, party time. They want this book. But if everybody doesn't see this book, nobody's going to want it. You got to get it out there. I don't know.
11 minutes.
Not everybody's going to be as lucky as Rainey, okay?
Yeah.
You know, some of y'all, the rest of you are going to have to work. I'm just saying, you know, some people are going to go out there and they're going to make $100,000 on a campaign. Some people are going to go out there and make 2. Okay. Which one do you think's working harder? The one making 2. You see, do you understand what I'm getting at? It's like, you know, some people, it's just gold. And then other people, they got to work really hard to get their books sold and to get their books seen. You know, work. If this is your dream, if selling comic books to comic fans is your dream, put in the work. I'll work for you. I'll put in the work for you, you know, but don't be afraid to be like Sam. Don't be afraid to call 5 comic shops a day and to beg to send them a PDF. Don't be afraid to do that, you know. And then when you get a retailer on the hook, man, don't try and rape them. Don't try and rape them. Send them some books for a good price so that they call you back in a couple of weeks because those are gone. They want more. Don't try. Oh, he's going to get 20 books. I'm going to make a bunch of money. No, don't look at it that way. Money will come later. Get the book scene. That's the goal. You know, I look at them. I look at them old black and white turtle books.
Yeah.
I look at them old black and white first print turtle books. Now look at all the printings afterwards. That's where they made the money, guys. Now, yeah, all them first print ones are worth a whole bunch of money now on the resale market and the collector's market, but they weren't in the beginning. They weren't in the beginning, not until everybody demanded more and more and more and more and more of these books.
I'll never forget. I had I went out and bought the first few issues of Spawn. I bought a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
If I still had them today, that would be nice. Unfortunately, a crackhead stole them, and
I got a whole bunch of #1 Spawns. Which one do you want? Director's cut from which year? Which one?
This is the original.
We got the original, both the direct sales market, and the got both copies of the original, and then we got all kind of director's cuts since then. Big time. My son's like big time Spawn fan. Look at this. Look at this sketch cover, dude.
Well, I got.
Oh, look at this sketch cover. Look, 301. 301. Oh, isn't that pretty? Yeah. Spawn, man. We got a whole bunch of Spawn around here. Now, will they go back up? Oh, thank you. Went back up without no hassle. Sweet.
Really?
Sometimes I have to get up on my chair to put stuff back on the wall. It's pain.
8 minutes left. Can you believe that? All this last month just seems to flew by now. All that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're picking it back up again next week with Gone Hunting. What the hell's wrong with me?
No. It's not what's wrong with you. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. We got to keep going.
The work, man. You got to work.
And while that's going, we're going to be working on book 3. And then after that's done, we have the next game coming out. We have Murphy's Law coming out. We're bringing everything. This is not a one.
And I plan on dragging him around to all the shows I can up here in the Northeast for sure. Anything that we go to up here, he's going to be at. And you never know. I don't know how far away I can talk him into going. We got him in Georgia once, so we know we can get him that far.
I've driven to Texas. It's not that far.
No, Texas is good. We got the Dallas Fan Expo there.
Yeah. The only thing that would freak me out is driving over the Rocky Mountains, because I heard those roads are kind of tight sometimes.
It just depends where you're going. Okay, I've gone over Wolf Creek Pass, and that's like boom, 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 cliffs and shit. And it's like, oh yeah, it's fun. But I love to drive, so I don't care.
Yeah.
It'd be fun doing it in an RV.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, if we die, we're all dying together. Let's go.
As long as it makes a good video.
Yeah, there you go. The Madness Roadshow. See, it's like there's so many possibilities what we can do. Y'all just keep your eyes out on Laughing Rogue and Madness Comic Network and Big Sexy Outdoors and some other things, Doc and everybody. Keep an eye on what we're doing, because there's a good chance we're going to be having a whole bunch of fun next year. Yeah. Y'all can too. I'm just saying. I like the roadshow. I like to kidnap somebody on the roadshow idea, though. I mean, stop by and pick them up and take them with us. I didn't mean. I didn't say the K word. Didn't say that. Every month we cruise and we pick up somebody different and take them to a con that they probably wouldn't have normally been able to go to. Take them somewhere where they wouldn't have normally been, and let them be seen in front of a different set of fans. And because I know everybody in LA knows Christy. Everybody in Vegas knows Christy. Everybody in NorCal knows Christy. But does anybody in Kansas City know Christy? You see what I'm saying? It's like I want to take people to places where they haven't been before, so they get exposed in front of a different set of fans.
Mm-hmm.
That's how everything grows, man. And live fans are the best. After Savannah, I know that for sure.
Yeah.
A live show is the best. There ain't no beating that. We just got to get your table closer to mine, bro.
Yeah, I was back in the boonies.
Yeah. Y'all watch out too. Soul City Comic Con next year in June.
Yeah.
That's going to be big. We're going to have a good time. We got to get Big Sexy to come to that too.
Yeah. I still think those two that were Wayne and Garth, those two are pretty cool.
Dude, Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah.
The cosplayers that came up to us in character were the best. They were the freaking best, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I mean. The live show was fun. There's no beating that. Look, you guys.
You don't get that kind of interaction with.
Yeah, it's if you got a local con, go hang out. Just go to hang out. You'll have a blast.
Doesn't matter how big. It doesn't matter how big it is.
It don't matter if you're there to buy stuff. I mean, it's nice. Mm-hmm. It's nice for the vendors and for the artists if you are there to buy stuff, but it doesn't really matter. You will have a good time. You'll see a lot of stuff. You'll smile a lot. It's fun, and the kids. When you see the little kids in the costumes and stuff, it's like that's the best. So
there's usually a lot of cons around my area, like Harrisburg and Allentown.
Mm-hmm.
If I can, when I see the next one up, maybe I'll try to get a Madness booth out there.
Oh, keep it up. Keep it up.
I think that would be a good idea. Maybe I'm crazy, but
it would. And that's why when we can, we pick up a retailer tier ourselves here and there, so that we can sell some of y'all's books when we're in places you won't be.
Yeah.
Like Ed Gein. Okay, we got some Ed Gein Demon Hunters, right? Ain't too many people in America have extra copies of that book. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be one of those that's going to be reprint. They're going to be begging for reprints of those books 10 years from now. They're going to be like, we want them too, Lucifer. We can't get them, Lucifer. He's going to have to print reprints of those books. Those are the kind of books that, man, I'm so glad I got multiple copies of, because it. Christian Rossi art, dude, that book's badass. If y'all don't know, go check out Ed Gein Demon Hunter, because 3 and 4 will be coming out real soon.
Oh, really?
2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Not bad.
Who's gonna come on? Who's gonna make it 81 before it's over? Who? He forbid me to do it.
Yeah.
I said a long time ago, it's like, man, if you ain't funded this close, I'm gonna spend your money and fund you.
No, I couldn't have him do that.
I didn't have to. You got funded. I didn't have to.
Yeah.
But if you'd have been $20 away right now, dude, I'd be buying a book. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And I told Big Sexy, this is how campaigns go, man. I said, you're gonna have the first week is a bum rush, then you're gonna have 2 weeks of boredom, then you're gonna have the last 2 days is your everybody jumps in that didn't do it the first couple of days. I said, that's just how Kickstarter works, man. And he's like,
we were at 70 this morning, right?
Yeah.
So that's 10 on the last day. It tells you right there, 10 on the last day. You got to make sure you come out and you tell everybody, you remind everybody it's almost over, or there are going to be people emailing you, go, man, I forgot. I missed it. I've been that guy, so I know.
Okay. There's always next campaign, right?
1 minute.
But there's never going to be a next campaign if we don't fund the current one.
That's right. Well, I mean, we might try redoing it, but there won't.
Yeah,
you're not going to see number 2 until number 1 gets funded. That's the way that works.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody who jumped on today. I know we were out here a lot talking about it. And some of you might have done it because you saw it on one of 3 other shows, but we appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out, checking this out. And we got 20 seconds to go. It's the final countdown and all that. And it's been a fun ride, as they always are.
I'm just glad it got funded. When I woke up this morning and it was like the first person I saw hit it, put it over. And I was like, yeah, I sent you a message right away. I was like, it got funded because you're almost, I don't know who that was, but it had to be a $250 pledge.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the all in.
Yeah, because you went from like way under to way over, like right away. I was like, oh shit, cool. Sent you a message. There it is. Congratulations, Chris. And congratulations to all the backers, because you're all gonna get this book.
That's right.
You know,
we're gonna get those 80 packages ready to send out as soon as we get it in. Yeah, it's been a hell of a fun ride, and I can't wait to get on to the next thing. But what do we have to do first?
We got a drawing.
We got a drawing to do. Look at that.
Drawing to do. And
there were 80, and that's why I waited till the end.
Are you counting physical backers only?
Huh?
Are we counting physical backers only, or are you going to ship this to somebody who only bought a PDF? I'm just asking.
Yeah, if I did it with only physical, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how I would.
Okay, we're just going to do it. Somebody's going to get lucky. Somebody might get lucky. You might win a game with only buying a PDF. That's how cool it is around here, around Chris's house, right? So
you got 1 to 80.
Let's show them what they're going to win. Show them what they're going to win, Vanna. Gods of Metal.
There it is.
Game, the card game. Now look.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
You can be one of the
booklet. We got 3 different card decks, thick card decks, right? Okay.
Yeah,
got not tokens underneath there. Everything's here. It's like just like I said about the other game. This is a box full of cards. There's not a lot of air in here. It's a box full of cards, all right?
Yeah, I do try to make every game not just full in the box, but full with content. You know, fun. Yeah. Like you're getting the most out of whatever you're getting. So yeah, I know you're going to enjoy it because honestly, and even if I didn't make Gods of Metal, which obviously I did, that would still be one of my favorite kind of deck building games you'd ever see because it does so many things that other deck builders don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God bless them, Marvel Legendary is a big game, but it doesn't feel like you're playing Marvel characters. You know, DC deck building game. Again, except for Rebirth. Rebirth of the DC deck building game was good, but they never felt like you're really those characters. Right. Here, you feel like you're part of this band. Like you're standing on the stage. You're playing this music to defend reality. You know,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
So, who's the lucky one that's going to get it? 1 to 80 is 34.
Who is backer number 34? We're not going to dox you, but if you're backer number 34, you just won Gods of Metal.
Yeah.
You will get an email or something from Chris here. Probably immediately telling you won. You're going to have to get with him, make sure that he knows what your address is, especially if you are a PDF purchaser. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to get with him and let him know how he can get with you. Get this package to you.
And don't forget, when we first started this, we pulled backer number 8 to be the winner of a signed copy of book 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I will get that out to you when we ship out book 2.
Right.
But I wanted to let you know we didn't forget about you. It is here. It's on my list. I know I get scatterbrained once in a while, and that's without getting stoned.
Go ahead, blame it on stoned. Is that what's wrong with me, dude? Is that what?
No. That's your spinach, man. That's like your Popeye.
I'm telling you. Chris, it's always great hanging out with you, my friend.
It has been real fun, but you need to crash.
You are right. It's time for me to go try to get at least a couple hours of sleep.
I appreciate you coming out, bud.
Tomorrow, Monday Madness, launching the House of Mace, launching Jeremy Mace's Saving Mr. Creep. Come on, just the title tells you got to check it out, right? Saving Mr. Creep. All right. Jeremy's also the guy behind Soul City Comic-Con and some of the stuff going on in the Madness in the future. So you're not going to want to miss that because we're going to be covering a lot of different stuff tomorrow. Yeah.
I'll be there if I can. Again, as long as I'm not teaching, I'll be on in. And I told the same thing with Lori on Tuesday. If I'm not teaching, I'll stop in and say hi to her as well.
Yes, and Tuesday morning we are passing the torch. We are passing the Tuesday morning brew on to Lori Calcaterra. I'll still pop in and be around, but it's her show now. Okay, like I said, I want to concentrate on CromCon. I want to concentrate on the road show, and we'll let you guys build the network. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's nothing left but to do it, and I guess we'll catch you back here tomorrow.
All right, brother.
See you, boss.
Y'all have a good night.